Silence.
Axl Rose never started anything. It's only got so much.
Didn't teach middle school.
Yeah, that's right.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I just said to Mr. Bell, I said, no hurry, Axl Rose never started a concert on time. And Mr. Bell looks at me square in the eye and said, Axl Rose never taught middle school. So I believe him. My name is Jason Lambert, and I'm the proud principal here at Martin Kellogg Middle School, and I love this time of year. We have our concert season. We have our choral concert, which was an absolute home run. We had our orchestra concert, absolute home run, and we're very excited to showcase our various band ensembles that have been working very hard to get ready for this spring performance. One quick business item, just so you know, we do have a pretty full auditorium, which is always wonderful to see. Our exits are located to the rear and to the sides in the event that we needed to evacuate the building. Hopefully that'll obviously not be the case. But I want to get right into the music. Your students have been practicing very hard, and we want to thank you for your ongoing support. I do brag about this because Mr. Bell, Ms. Polozonis, and Ms. Sim give me reason to for the past few years. Newington Public Schools is a nationally recognized school for musical excellence, and with that, I would like to introduce our band director, Mr. Ken Bell.
Thank you, Mr. Lambert. So without further ado, because you don't want to hear me talk, this is our jazz club ensemble. This is mostly all our 5th and 6th graders. And they started, as many of your parents know, only about 2.5, 3 months ago. rehearsing 1 day a week, and we've put together 2 songs for you with soloists. They learned the B-flat blues scale, and they all learned to improvise, but you'll hear some showcasing their skills tonight. So this is our Jazz Club Ensemble. Very proud of the work they've done in such a short amount of time. Ivan will introduce our first piece. Yeah, Ivan.
Good evening and welcome to our Martin Kellogg Middle School Band Concert. My name is Ivan and I play the piano. We will begin with our jazz club ensemble performing Do Not Miss the Bus. Paul Clark wrote this easy swing chart based on the B-flat blues scales, giving everyone an opportunity to improve using the blues scale. Our soloists tonight will be Noah on our trumpet, Edgar on tenor sax, Connor on trombone, Alex on alto sax, Josiah on trombone, Nick on tenor sax, and Alan on trumpet. We hope you enjoy Don't Miss the Bus.
My name is Eliana, and I play the trombone. Our second and final piece we'll be performing for you this evening is Ants in the Pants by George Vincent. This song is a straight-ahead rock chart that has been really fun to play. We hope you have enjoyed the Jazz Club Ensemble. After we perform, we will have a short transition to our 5th grade band.
There we go. Got to turn the button on. So this is our 5th grade concert band, and I'm going to introduce Miss Shadman. Most of you know Miss Shadman by now. I introduced her at the winter concert, and your children have been blessed to work with her throughout the spring semester. She graduated 3 weeks ago, but took it upon herself to come back. She wanted to really finish things up with the kids, so she wanted to come back and conduct a piece with each ensemble, and I said, all right, I guess. So she's going to come out and conduct our first piece, but first we'll have Bella come out and introduce.
Good evening and welcome to the fifth grade portion of the band concert. My name is Bella and I play the flute. We will begin with Blazon by David Schaefer. This piece is an exciting concert opener featuring bold statements by the woodwinds, brass, and percussion sections. We worked hard to play with contrasting dynamics and articulations. We hope you enjoy Blazon.
My name is Kaden and I play the clarinet. Our second piece we will be performing is called Aliens in the Attic. Tyler Akari describes this piece as a soundscape about an invasion from the cosmos. The slow introduction lets us know that something is about to happen, and the chaos begins. Be on the lookout for some creepy sound effects being performed, and don't worry, we have alerted the fire department to come and help. Please enjoy Aliens in the Attic.
Hi everyone, my name is Noah and I play the trumpet. Our final piece we will perform for you is Freedom Finale. As the title implies, this is a patriotic song containing 4 popular themes: America the Beautiful, Chester, America, and Battle Hymn of the Republic. We hope you enjoyed the 5th grade band portion of tonight's concert. After we finish, we will transition into our 6th grade concert band. Some of our 5th grade band students have worked extra hard to challenge up and perform with the 6th grade concert band.
Most of you try to go this way, try to go this way. We shouldn't be talking. So as you heard from Noah, we have several fifth graders that are notated in the program that pass through music early, and we always encourage to continue on. We never say that's enough, you don't need to practice anymore. And you'll see all of them coming in to join our sixth grade band. They'll be playing 1, 2, or even all 3 of these pieces with our sixth grade band.
Good evening and welcome to the sixth grade band portion of tonight's concert. My name is Connor and I play the trombone. Our first piece this evening is called Suncatcher by James Curnow. This is an energetic concert opener designed to capture the essence and spirit of your young performers throughout the world. Music is the universal language. James Curnow used this inspiration when writing this piece. We hope you enjoy Suncatcher.
My name is Kai and I play the saxophone. Our next piece is called Armory by Randall Strandage. Armory is described by the composer as a bombastic work based on the sounds of video games and action movies. It alternates between minor and Figurian modes to create dark and sinister soundscape. There are many sounds from the percussion section that give this work an industrial feel. Please enjoy Armory.
And Miss Shadman is back.
My name is Emma and I play the percussion. Our final piece on this portion of the concert is Dynamite. This piece was originally recorded by Ty Ho Cruz in 2010 and was arranged for the band by Paul Murtha. Feel free to sing along if you know the words. We hope you enjoyed the 5th and 6th grade portion of tonight's concert. There will be a short intermission as the 7th and 8th graders arrive and prepare for their portion of the concert.
Thank you so much. So that concludes the first part of our concert. Again, there's a little intermission as you guys pick up your lovely children and leave, and we can get our 7th and 8th graders in. Raise your hand if you're a 6th grader that's staying to play with 7th and 8th grade band. Raise your hand nice and high. Or in jazz band, okay? So we have a lot of 6th graders challenging up or playing in our audition-only jazz band that'll be playing at 7:30. A couple quick reminders. Did I lose? No, I didn't lose it. Okay, there we go. Our Summer Band Academy, there's information in your program. I'd love to see many of these kids participate in our Summer Band Academy this summer during July, so check that out. And I will obviously be tracking down people to turn in their instruments or rent them for the summer. I hope many of them keep them for the summer so they can keep playing, but I'll be doing that. So please help me get through that painful process of tracking down the 68 plus instruments, I think, school instruments that are rented out. I need to go through everyone, clean them, check them, get them checked back out, whatever. So we'll be doing that. And lastly, I have had a real treat working with our 5th and 6th graders. They are wonderful young children. They're a little rambunctious. They talk a lot. We're going to work on that. But other than that, they have a lot of energy. They love playing music, and that's what makes the day go by fast and fun, and I really enjoy it. I'm looking forward to a couple more years with them. Have a great evening. For those that are leaving, those that are staying, we'll see you at 7:30 downbeat for the next concert.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jason Lambert. I'm the proud principal here at Martin Kellogg Middle School, and we're very excited to welcome you to the second half of our spring band concerts. Our students have been working very, very hard to prepare for the show. It's been an awesome season. We've had our choral concert recently. We had our orchestra concert that knocked it out of the park, and we're very, very excited to present to you our spring band concert. Just one quick business item. We have exits to the rear and to the front of the building in the event that we need to evacuate the building in case the band blows you away and it's just so eruptive. No. They've been working very, very hard for the spring season, and we're excited to present to you the show. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce to you our band director, Mr. Ken Bell.
Is it a director of band? Thank you, everyone. So this is our jazz band. Some of you were from the earlier concert. You heard our 5th and 6th graders playing the jazz club ensemble, and that's kind of our feeder ensemble to this group. But if you remember from the winter concert, there were only 4 members of this band that were returning from last year. The rest of this band is all brand new to this ensemble, and they've done a great job. I picked some pretty tough stuff for this concert, and I've challenged them quite a bit, and I think they rose to the challenge, and I think you're going to enjoy this performance. So without further ado, let's get our first announcer up here and get things rolling.
Welcome to the second portion of our spring concert. I'm happy to introduce the MKMS Jazz Band. Our first piece is Swing Shift. Arranger Carl Straumann wrote this swing chart in the early style of Quincy Jones and Billy Byers. It starts out with the trumpet and tenor sax duet by Danny Nguyen and Jack Mello. It will also feature improvised solos by Jack on tenor sax, Kira on alto sax, Anthony on alto sax, and Nick on tenor sax. We hope you enjoy Swing Shift.
So we have a little guest soloist joining us on this next chart, and you might have noticed Miss Barrio is back again playing bari sax with our ensemble. So say hi to Miss Barrio. So if you don't remember Miss Barrio, she was our student teacher last year and is now, what are you doing now? Nothing? She just graduated for their masters. Woo! All right. And you see Mr. Lambert joining us on guitar.
Our second and final piece that the jazz band will perform for you tonight is Runaway Baby. Paul Murtha arranged this popular Bruno Mars chart from his debut studio, Doo-Wops and Hooligans, released in 2010. It is written in the funk rock style and will feature improvised solos by myself on trumpet, Kai on alto sax, Ethan on trombone, Giuseppe on alto sax, Dorian on trombone, Marlise on trumpet, Analia on trombone, and Mr. Lambert on guitar. We hope you enjoy Runaway Baby.
Before we begin, again, I wanted to introduce Ms. Shadman. She conducted in the first concert. She was our student teacher this spring. For all of you probably know and have heard her name around the household. She wanted to come back. Even though she graduated 3 weeks ago, she is back to conduct one of our pieces with our symphonic band. And I also wanted to mention Sylvia Ritacco. Hi, Sylvia, say hi. Sylvia Ritacco is not in our program because I forgot her. She is Miss Ritacco's daughter, who is a teacher here at MKMS, and she joins us. She does our summer band academy with a lot of these kids, and she's going to play along with us today, so my apologies for missing introducing her in the program, and welcome, Sylvia, to our symphonic band. Hope you enjoy. First reader, Molly. Let me get out of the way.
Welcome to the symphonic band portion of tonight's concert. Our first piece is called Hillside March by Randall Stanstridge. The first piece draws inspiration from British marches but filtered through the composer's own American lens. It starts as a pleasant walk in the countryside. A darker theme creeps in and is then answered by a chorale melody before the original melody returns. Please enjoy Hillside March.
Tim Burton's second blockbuster, Beetlejuice, opened in 1988 to rave reviews and impressive box office success. The movie even led to an animated television series, along with the theme park attractions. The music of Danny Elfman was certainly part of the movie's success. Please enjoy Douglas Wagner's arrangements for the band of the main theme of Beetlejuice.
Just a couple announcements before we get to our final piece. Couple reminders. I talked to the first group about this as well, but Summer Band Academy, SBA, it's in your programs. It's in July. Come do it. I'd love to see all these kids partake. How many did Summer Band Academy before? Raise your hand. Yeah, let's have more. It's a great time. Please think about signing up for that. You could do one week or the other or both, okay, so you can work around your vacations. I talked to a younger group as well about summer rentals. So there's 68 school instruments checked out right now, and I'm responsible for each and every one, going through them, cleaning them, repairing them, getting them out to repair if it's beyond my knowledge and things like that. It takes a lot of time. Or they can rent them for the summer. So you're going to be seeing emails about that in the coming weeks. Please help me get through that painlessly. And a few thank yous. Obviously, our administration here, you heard Mr. Lambert playing along with us and things like that. Just having a great administration that really is invested in the music program is wonderful. Our MKMS staff is always supportive. My music staff, Ms. Palazonis, Ms. Sim, our teacher volunteers that were here tonight helping with all this crowd control. You should see what those back rooms are like before the concert. My Tri-M helpers, obviously Jacob Trowbridge and our CBA events crew and our MKMS volunteers that are running our live stream and helping with lights and things like that. And obviously you parents and these kids that deal with me yelling and screaming at them, because I know they can reach the highest level. And if someone isn't yelling and screaming at them and lighting a fire under their rear ends, as you know as parents, somebody's got to do it because they'll just be lazy. There's a few that'll work without you telling them, but most of them you kind of have to light a fire. So we have to make sure that we're pushing them, and I push them, and sometimes that means I got to be a little tough on them, but I think the end result is always something great. We have one more piece, and that piece is going to be the one we're doing at the Adjudication Festival next week. We're going to be critiqued and judged on a national scale by professionals. They're going to work with this group, and that's going to be on this piece that we're doing now, the Pioneers. And I'm going to push them even more next week because I know they're capable of playing at a very high level. I didn't mention, is Edgar still here? Edgar, come on out. He's hiding in the back. We had a fifth grader challenge all the way up to play with symphonic band. That means he had to play all fifth grade pieces at a high level. Then he had to pass and play with all the sixth grade band pieces. And then he goes, I want to play with symphonic band. Okay, I'm not going to stop it. Edgar, say hi. Hi, Edgar. Man, if you all had his work ethic. Okay. We also have a lot of sixth graders that are playing with us, not on every piece, but certainly some and most on this last piece. Raise your hand if you're a sixth grader challenging up and stayed from the first concert to play with our symphonic band. Yes. And most of them will be working with us again next week and also participating in that adjudication festival. So as sixth graders, they're going to be sitting here playing with seventh and eighth graders with judges listening and critiquing them and writing notes. And yeah, it's going to be a great experience. And of course, they get to go to Six Flags. Yeah, whatever. That's all they talk about. It's the Six Flags trip. Well, yes, that's the reward part. Okay. And finally, our eighth graders. Eighth graders, please stand to be recognized. You could wave if you're already standing. Eighth graders. Where's Em? Oh, you're over here. Eighth graders, please stand. So these guys have worked through the program, and they know, and you know, the expectations. They can't just be up here playing wrong notes and kind of getting by. They have to pass playing assessments, they have to meet my requirements, they have to attend lessons and everything else. And if they're sitting here as eighth graders, they've made it through 4 years of that. And the beginning of those 4 years wasn't pretty after COVID. We got through and got things rolling again, and they've hung in there and stuck through it. So thank you, eighth graders, for still playing and hanging in there, and hope we have a great week next week to end your career here at Martin Kellogg. Now, I know some are going on to private schools and things like that, but if they aren't, and they're going to Newington High School, they better be signed up for high school band, because it's a wonderful program. Mr. Brooks is amazing, the high school band is amazing, so they should be continuing on. Don't let it end here, because they work too hard and have come too far to not play in high school. So I'll be pitching that as well. That's enough of me talking. Let's get our last piece announced, and we'll move on.
Our final piece we'll be performing for you this evening is The Pioneers by Robert Sheldon. The true spirit of the pioneers comes alive in this tuneful work inspired by the monument of the same name located in Elmwood, Illinois. The bold, uplifting themes represent the heroic family dissipated by the famous statue and brings life to their valiant efforts.
We'll be performing this piece next week for our adjudication festival and hope it brings us good luck. Before we get to our final piece, we would like to thank Mr. Bell for all of his time and effort and energy he puts into this band. He truly puts up with a lot of our patience and a lot of us, Austin, who gets on Mr. Bell's nerves a lot. But hey, you know, you're still here, and so sorry, but you know. But we just want to thank Mr. Bell for everything. And I know flowers is usually the proper thing to do, but if you guys didn't know, Mr. Bell loves Reese's, and so I thought this would be a little bit more fitting. So.
Haley, you're talking first.
We just, oh, I'm scared. Okay. Wait, is the mic on? We just wanted to say thank you to Mr. Bell for all the hard work he has put into our band. We only got 2 years with him at Kellogg because we came from Wallace, but Mr. Bell made the transition so much easier for us and welcoming. He makes band fun and a fun experience for everyone and pushes us to be the best we can and outside and in band.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep this like kind of short, but like I would just like to say that like these 2 years have been great with you. I was really hesitant of doing band in 6th grade because like but like I really made a good choice and like I'm really happy.
And then, even though these past 2 years our band hasn't always been like the best behaved, because we've had lots of up and downs, but Mr. Bell always pushed us to our fullest potential and worked really hard for this band, and we appreciate it. Like how Nancy said, coming into 7th grade, I was like hesitant to do band because I thought I was going to quit. But Mr. Bell really made it one of my favorite memories here at Kellogg. And we are sad to be leaving Mr. Bell, but are excited to see what high school band brings us. So thank you, Mr. Bell, for always pushing us to be the best player we can be.
No, I'm not. Oh, why? I think my trombone fell. That's about right.